What if the future of luxury sedans doesn't look like a car at all? Because when you first lay eyes on BMW's next 7 Series, your brain doesn't say Sedan. It says something closer to spacecraft. And by the time we get to the feature hiding inside the dashboard, you'll understand exactly why. Stick around, because the last detail in this video is the one that's going to make BMW loyalists and rivals alike stop and stare. Welcome to my channel BFR Auto, where we go beyond the spec sheet and dig into what actually makes a machine unforgettable. For decades, the 7 Series has been BMW's flagship statement, the car that tells the world where the brand is headed next. This time, that statement is louder than ever. BMW is folding its Neue Klasse design language, first introduced on its new electric models, into its most important sedan. That means this isn't a gentle refresh. It's a reset of what a BMW flagship is supposed to feel like, but that's only the beginning. Up front, the kidney grille and headlights are no longer treated as separate elements. They now flow into each other as a single, connected shape, giving the nose a wider, more commanding stance than before. The lighting signature has been reworked too, with crystalline accents cutting through the grille itself, so the face of the car glows rather than just shines. Step around to the side profile, and the surfacing feels tighter, more sculpted, almost like the sheet metal has been stretched over a skeleton built purely for airflow. At the rear, the taillights stretch wider and slimmer, wrapping the corners in a way that makes the whole car look lower and more planted, even though it hasn't shrunk an inch. And here's where things become even more interesting. Open the door, and the transformation isn't cosmetic anymore. It's total. Nearly everything inside has been rebuilt. A new dashboard, new door panels, a new steering wheel. Ambient lighting now threads through the doors themselves, so the cabin doesn't just look premium, it breathes light around you. The old rotary controller is gone, replaced by a sculpted rotating cylinder in the center console that feels more like a piece of jewelry than a switch. But the biggest surprise is still ahead. BMW has given the front passenger their own dedicated display for the first time as standard equipment, a sweeping screen just for them, complete with a privacy shield so the driver isn't tempted to glance over mid-drive. In the back seat, passengers get a theater-style screen with a built-in camera for video calls, surrounded by dozens of speakers tuned for a full Dolby Atmos experience. It's less backseat of a car and more private screening room that happens to be doing 80 on the highway. And this is where the story changes, because underneath all that spectacle sits real engineering. The gas-powered models get a reworked turbocharged inline-6, pushing just under 400 horsepower, tuned for effortless, confident acceleration rather than raw drama. For buyers who want to go fully electric, BMW is introducing its next-generation round-cell battery technology, unlocking a driving range that pushes past 400 miles on a single charge, with fast charging quick enough to add roughly 200 kilometers of range in about 10 minutes. Whichever powertrain you choose, the ride quality has been tuned to feel like the car is gliding rather than driving, soaking up rough pavement while still responding sharply the moment you ask it to. Safety hasn't been left behind either. A new generation of driver monitoring technology watches for distraction and fatigue, working quietly alongside collision warning, lane centering, and automated parking systems, so the car is constantly looking out for you, even when you're not thinking about it. Here's what makes this flagship different from anything BMW has built before. It doesn't ask you to choose between spectacle and substance. Long-distance comfort, generous cargo space, and everyday usability are all still there, wrapped around technology that feels borrowed from another decade entirely. This is a car built for the executive who wants to arrive in something unmistakable, and for the family that still needs it to work every single day. So when people say this 7 Series looks like it flew in from the future, they're not exaggerating for clicks. BMW built it to feel that way on purpose. A flagship that doesn't just carry you somewhere, it makes the trip itself feel like an event. What do you think? Does this design finally push BMW ahead of its German rivals, or has it gone one step too far? Drop your take in the comments. Hit that like button if this gave you a new appreciation for where luxury cars are headed, and subscribe to BFR Auto so you don't miss what's coming next.